In the year 2000, one company completely dominated home entertainment. Millions of families visited its stores every week. It had thousands of locations across the world. And for a moment in time, it looked unstoppable. But today, that company was Blockbuster. At its peak, Blockbuster operated more than 9,000 stores across the globe. It generated billions of dollars in revenue every year. And for millions of people, Friday night meant only one thing: a trip to Blockbuster. But just a decade later, everything collapsed. Thousands of stores closed. Millions of customers disappeared. And the once powerful empire filed for bankruptcy. So what happened? How did the most powerful movie rental company in the world collapse so quickly? And how did a small startup, once rejected by Blockbuster, end up destroying it? To understand Blockbuster's rise, we need to go back to the early 1980s. At the time, watching movies at home was still a relatively new idea. Most people watched films in theaters. But a new technology was beginning to change everything. That technology was the VHS tape. For the first time in history, people could watch movies whenever they wanted. But there was a problem. Buying VHS movies was extremely expensive. Since buying movies was so expensive, a new business appeared across America: video rental stores. Instead of buying movies, customers could simply rent them for a few dollars. But most rental stores had serious problems. The stores were poorly organized. Popular movies were always out of stock. And finding the movie you wanted was often frustrating. The entire industry was chaotic. But one man saw an opportunity. His name was David Cook, and he believed the entire industry could be improved. Interestingly, David Cook was not a movie expert. He worked in the oil and gas industry. But he also owned a software company that managed large databases. And that experience gave him a powerful idea. Cook realized that video rental stores had one major problem. They had no system to track inventory. Store owners didn't know which movies were available, which were rented, or which customers had overdue tapes. Cook believed software could solve this problem. But instead of selling software to rental stores, he decided to build an entirely new kind of store, one built around technology. In 1985, David Cook opened the first Blockbuster video store in Dallas, Texas. And it looked completely different from traditional rental shops. Most rental stores were small and dark, but Blockbuster stores were bright, clean, and organized. The shelves were clearly labeled. Customers could easily browse thousands of movies. While most video stores carried only a few hundred movies, Blockbuster stocked thousands. Customers suddenly had access to more movies than ever before. Behind the scenes, Blockbuster used powerful software to track every single tape. This allowed the company to manage inventory far better than competitors, and it made expansion possible. Within just a few years, Blockbuster began expanding rapidly. New stores opened across the United States. Customers loved the experience, and the company was growing fast. Soon, powerful investors noticed the company's potential. One businessman in particular believed Blockbuster could become a global empire. His name was Wayne Huizinga. Under Huizinga's leadership, Blockbuster expanded at an incredible pace. The company began buying smaller video rental chains across the country. Hundreds of stores were converted into Blockbuster locations. By the early 1990s, Blockbuster had become the largest video rental company in the world. For millions of families, the brand had become part of everyday life. Friday night meant one thing: going to Blockbuster